Right now, it is the second date update here on Commercial Free New Country 99.5 QYK. We are trying to help out Todd this morning. Todd seemed very normal.
He did.
He seemed like he described a very normal date that was seemed to go well.
Had an embrace at the end, as he said.
Whatever that means.
Yeah.
Okay. So we don't know what's going on now because Rachel has not gotten back to him. So you were able to get a hold of Rachel?
Yes.
Okay,
Rachel's
we have her
on the phone.
She's on hold right now. Let's bring her on. Rachel, you there?
Yep.
Hey, Rachel, I know this is kind of strange. We want to talk to you for a second, and we appreciate your time. Would it be okay if we asked you a couple questions, actually, about a date you went on?
Sure, I guess so.
Okay, thank you. We want to talk to you about a guy named Todd. We heard you guys met online, and you guys went to Bar Louie. He was telling us about how great of a connection you guys had and how smooth the date went and how beautiful you were and how it's career-driven and all the things, but has not been able to get a hold of you for another date and doesn't know what's going on. So we thought we'd just kind of maybe jump in here and be like, why are you not getting back to this guy?
The date did go really well, except for one big thing was that his freaking mom kept calling the entire time, and it really gave off mama's boy vibes. And it wasn't like, oh, I'm just checking in, so sorry you're on a date, like I'll call you back. She called repeatedly, and at one point he showed me her on FaceTime, and I'm like, okay, I'm meeting your parents on the first date. That's kind of weird, don't you think?
Wait, so she's hold on a second. So his mom was FaceTiming him while you guys were on a date, and he was taking the call?
He actually took the call multiple times and then proceeded to show me to her for her approval, which I thought was kind of crazy.
Wow.
What was she saying? Could you hear her?
Oh, she's so pretty. Let me see her. Are you guys on the date right now?
Oh, man.
It was just giving mama's boy vibes.
Yeah, I can see how you could.
If you're a grown man, she shouldn't be calling when you're on a date. And to me, that was just indicative of, that they probably have an overbearing relationship. And I'm just not with that.
Okay. Well, I could see why that would be very awkward to have him be taking phone calls in the middle of your date. Rachel, we actually have Todd on the phone with us, and I'd like to bring him back on.
Sure.
Hey. So I got to say, I'm pretty thrown. You're not talking to me because my mom called?
Not because your mom called once. She called multiple times and you kept answering. It seems like you might not have any boundaries with her.
I had plenty of boundaries. She was just curious. She was excited to see who I was going out with. That's all. It was supposed to be sweet. She was just checking in.
3 times?
I
mean, feel like that's okay for her to call 3 times during a date? Having one phone call during a date is okay, everybody understands that. But multiple calls and then to show me on FaceTime is that's not weird to you at all?
No, my mom was curious, so I was going to, answer her question. Was I supposed to not answer her? What if it had been an emergency or something?
I mean, but it wasn't. That's the thing. And when you knew that it wasn't an emergency, you should have probably been like, hey, well, I don't want to be rude or make her feel awkward, so I'll call you back later, like any normal person would. And
that would be rude.
I think that you knew that there was an issue with that. Any grown adult would understand that there needs to be boundaries. And the fact that you are thinking it's a problem now.
Okay. Now you're saying I'm not a grown adult, I'm not a man or something. Calm down. My mom called while we were having dinner and drinks. Relax. It's not like anything bad happened to you.
Well, but Todd, you can kind of see how you did put Rachel on the spot a little bit, though, right?
By asking her to enjoy the meal and drink I paid for while I answered my mom's question? I don't understand.
Okay, even putting her on FaceTime, you don't think that's putting her on the spot at all?
Well, I mean, she called on FaceTime. What am I supposed to do?
Okay.
All right.
I don't know. It just seems like you don't have
put yourself in my shoes. You're sitting there at the table and she calls. What are you going to do? Ignore your mother?
I don't know about ignoring her, but I probably would tell her I'd call her back a little bit later, maybe.
I don't know. I didn't see it was a big deal. Apparently, I was wrong. Like, holy crap! Don't be on a date and have your mom call.
Well, it's not even just that, but it's multiple times. Her calling multiple times, and to even it's just like rude to be talking about somebody when they're sitting in front of you. Also, whether it was compliments or not, it just feels kind of weird, and it rubbed me the wrong way, and I didn't feel comfortable after that.
Wow.
All right. Well, I guess I got my answer then, huh?
Yep. Yeah, I think so. Is this going to be what if his mom didn't call on your next date and he just kind of left the phone in the car or whatever? Rachel, would you be willing to see Todd again?
I mean,
that's okay. I don't want to see her, so that's fine.
Okay.
All right.
That's because you're probably going to go see your mom.
Oh,
okay.
my God.
All right, here we go.
JR, stop this.
Yeah.
All right. Rachel, Todd, I do appreciate both of you guys' time this morning. You got your answer, Todd. That's what's been going on. I'm sorry it's not going to work out, but you guys have a great day, okay?
Thanks for the help.
I kind of get what Rachel's saying. I'm kind of on her side on this.
All right.
Because I would feel really awkward too if someone put a phone in my face
That
and it
would
was
be
your mom.
weird.
It was the person's mom on FaceTime
On a first date.
Yeah, and you're sitting there going, I'm trying to get to know you.
Yeah, that's right. That is weird.
But maybe it's not weird for some people. Maybe that shouldn't have been a deal breaker. Let's hear it. 800-992-1099. 800-992-1099.